Fellas, women are not as important as you think. Yeah, I know she got the nice tits. Yeah, I know she got the nice face. She got the nice curves. But don't let that distract you from your purpose, from your true calling. See, all of this is a distraction to reel you in. And this is just not me. This happens to men all over the world. Men get caught up in the pretty face. She's all seductive, feminine, friendly to reel you in, right? You like this girl, you give her your all, you give her attention, you give her a lot of time, you even give her money, you buy her the most expensive gifts and you take her on trips like what she wants, right? But you do all of that and then she still ends up effing you over. Now you're broken, you hate women, you have this whole angry outlook on the world because you realize how much you gave into this one person and she decided to flip a whole new leaf on you. She decided to show you that you really are just a utility. And I find like a lot of men have this problem when they go through heartbreak. See, I went through heartbreak as a young teenager. And I could imagine the older you get, when you go through heartbreak, it gets worse. I can't imagine a man who's been married to like 40, been married to for a spouse for 40 years and they decided to break up because she doesn't give him enough time. Could you imagine that? I can't even fathom the feelings that man must feel. But we go through these feelings because when we get in these feelings of love and going in love, a man is no longer focused. And that's just my truth. There's no philosopher that I read this from. There's no book I read this from. It's just from my personal experience, my personal friend group, what I see in real life, what I see on TV, and what I also read. That the most powerful men go through life alone or with a small social group. And the powerful stuff that they make, they have like one solid woman, if that, and she's been with him from the jump. And it's never been a woman that's like, say you started a company and then 5 years after you started the company, you've been making millions, then you find the love of your life. I never heard of that. It's usually like a woman they went to school with or they started the company together and they stay together. Even then, look at Bill and Melinda Gates. Even then, it's not 100% foolproof. Like us guys, we actually love unconditionally. Chris Rock said the only beings that are loved unconditionally are women, babies, and dogs. And I believe that to be true. The first thing a woman asks another woman about the man she's seeing is, what does he do? Because you're loved on the condition that you could provide something. Even if it's not tangible, you're still providing a feeling. Ask a woman why she likes that man. Oh, because he makes me, it goes back to what it goes back to her. Oh, he makes me feel good. He takes care of me. He's protective of me. He looks out for me. It's always something dealing with her. You ask a man what he loves about his woman. And you know I'm generalizing. I don't need the specifics all in the comments saying, oh, not all. I don't need the all police in the comments, right? You ask a man what he loves about his woman. It's all about, oh, she's a caring person. Or she stood for me when I had nothing, right? It's always something deeper. The things women say are surface level and can go with the wind just like that. What if you become depressed and you can't afford to treat her the way you were treating her when you were happy? What if you go through a rump and you need some time for yourself and some time away from her? How long do you think she'll go through with that, right? So us men, we get so hurt when things go south or when we broke up with our spouse after a long time. We go in deep hurt because we actually love that woman unconditionally. And the fact that they left us unruly and like without a wink of sleep, you feel like nothing. You just feel like a fly on the wall. But you have to get focused. You have to go through that pain to realize that you're a diamond. Pressure makes diamonds. So if you're watching this and you recently just got ruined by a woman, life goes on. Even start of 2020, I dated my ex-girlfriend, right? We weren't dating at the time, but we were still, effing around and, texting. You know how that thing go, right? And she was homeless. She was about to go back to Puerto Rico, right? But the simp in me came out. The simp in me came out and said, damn, I had my apartment, my lease was running up too, and I was gonna go back with my parents. So we went back to my parents, and it was a hellstorm. You just got to see how women, once they get something out of you, they become so comfortable. She no longer did the little things, like giving me fellatio, cooking me breakfast. All of that stopped after a couple months of moving in with me, right? And I had enough. This been like 6 months, and I had enough. And I had to tell her, like, this is not working out. I need my own space. And I'm a guy with my own space. I'm a guy that could be by himself. I don't need to be with people all the time. So it was really like how we were living together, but we were kind of not like messing with each other at the same time, because I know, like, deep down that she didn't really like me for me, but I was just becoming oblivious. They say love is blind. I guess I was choosing to be blind, and that's like what a lot of men do. You see those red flags your woman is doing. She coming home late. She texts, she doing stuff late at night. She not returning your calls late at night, and you just ignore them because you don't want to take on the hardship and the reality that a lot of women, modern women, see you as a utility. And that's how I felt when I had brought this woman into my parents' house. And you live and you learn. I'm not gonna say I regret it, but you live and you learn. I don't regret being in love. I don't regret having my heart broken, because that makes you a stronger man. It comes to the point where I even felt like, damn, I can't deal with this. I don't know how women deal with pain. It came to the point where I was like, man, fuck this, man. I just wanted to sleep all day. Like, when I was waking up, I didn't even want to wake up. I just wanted to sleep all day because I was ruined. And it was really just a realization I had, like, I can't sleep this pain away. I have to get up and become someone. So the best way to get over that heartbreak is just to become successful and do things that you enjoy. I know this sounds cliche, but when we get into these feelings of hurt, we just like to dwell on the pain. We like to dwell on the past. We like to dwell on things we could have fixed instead of moving forward with the tools we got from that pain, right? So that pain you got from the last relationship, that pain you got from the last woman, put it into your purpose, and put all that money you invested into her, put it back into yourself. Get it back and put it back into yourself. Watch how happy you become. You have to do this consciously, though, because it's easy to live out through your heart and what your stomach feels, and you just feel like sobbing all day. But you have to go back to your headspace. You have to go back to that logical man you once were. Go back to your logic and come back out of your head, come back out of your heart and your stomach. Go back to the logic and watch where life takes you. Save the heart, save the emotional states for the women, and go back to the logical man you once were. So if you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, you guys be well.